Welcome to Tammy and Jay's Adventure YouTube page. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Here we are at Indian Lake State Park in Lakeview, Ohio. It is October the 6th, 2024. We've been here since Friday. It is now Sunday. We drove the golf cart down to the local coffee shop. I was going to get a video down there, but they were way too busy to even get a video. But the coffee's amazing. So we're going to head out and I'll show you the campground. So as you enter the campground, off to the right, looks like there might be some area that you can do some birding. They do have overflow parking here, visitor parking, lots of it. They also have some overflow parking actually in the park. And just ahead is the office that you check in at. Now with it being in October, there was nobody at the building when we checked in, and has not been all weekend. You just check in at the commissary, which is the camp store. And just back in that area behind those trucks, there are some hiking trails. We hiked yesterday, did about, I don't know, close to 3 miles, but we actually came from our campsite, which is clear in the back. But you can get in a little hike. It is flat. They do have the campground decorated for the fall season. As you leave the state park, there are 3 dump stations. And back in that area is where the hiking is. Just go back there. It is actually through the woods, and you do cross a road. There were other trails back there that said, trails not marked, enter at your own risk. We chose not to take those. We didn't want to get lost, but you would probably take them. Up there to the right is Primitive. I believe Primitive is $28 a night. Each site does have a fire ring and a picnic table. They are doing some construction here. They're putting in some wetlands, so that'll be kind of nice when you come. Get a picture of this old truck here. That's way cool. Nice Ford. Back in there is Area A. I think we're going to go up here and hang a left. Over to my left is the Nature Center. Looks like they have some movies that they show there. I'll get a picture of that. Right there. And as we head up to the commissary, or the store, they call it the commissary, you can see all the campers off to my right. Many of them are packing up and getting ready to leave. There were lots of large groups here this weekend, lots of very large groups. There is a multi-purpose building. I did not go in that, so I'm not sure exactly what they do here, but they do have multiple shower houses, bathrooms, that sort of thing. But here's the multi-purpose building. Then over this way is the pool. Of course, it's not open because it's October. And then they have the commissary. They do have ice cream. Nice place to sit up there. They sell ice. And of course, everything else that you can typically get at a camp store. Yeah, they had a lot of meat in there. And then that's where you come in, where I just showed you. And then those are the dump stations right there. There's shuffleboard. Looks like that's fairly new. You can buy firewood here. This was the first weekend that they lifted the ban, or the fire ban, because of the drought. So that was nice to be able to have a fire again. It had been, I think, in existence since September the 6th, and today is October the 6th, so I think they lifted it on the 4th. There's extra picnic tables up here that I guess if you need more, they'll bring them to you. Like I said, there was a lot of large groups here. We saw sites that had 5 and 6 picnic tables put together. There's the back of the nature center that I was showing you earlier. And again, here's a picture of the pool. Very nice pool. We'll have to come up and check that out. So here, I'm not sure why it's not focusing, but this is where you can get portable water. If you potable water, excuse me. And when we came in on Friday, there were a lot of people waiting in line to get water. So just keep that in mind. If you book a site that does not have water and you don't want to wait in line, bring your own, because there was quite a long line. There is a swing set here and a small playground. I found 3 or 4 different playgrounds throughout the campground. Lots of kids still out playing as their parents tear down camp. Tetherball. A lot of people park here and they can put their canoes and kayaks into the water just on the other side over there, which is nice. You can rent them also. Looks like they brought their own. And then we're coming up into Area D, which is where we are camping. Area D is full hookup. And this is the Area D. So starting here, it's all full hookup. This is Site D3. They do have some nice trees. D2. And then here is D1. They do have trash cans accessible, so you don't have to walk too far. This site coming up is D21. Does not have much shade at all, or any shade. Over to my left is D27, D28. If you want a view of the beach, you want D29. These on the outside are right against the water. With some trees, which is nice. We are actually camped directly behind me, which is D18. These continue by the water. Here we are. Here's the people we're camping with. And then back over to the water sites. You can sit there and enjoy the water. Today is kind of breezy, so the water is kind of choppy. This is a very nice site here, nice and large for the bigger rig. It looks like it's D35, a lot of area in the back, right along the water. And then this one is nice as well, D36.
Canal.
You're right on the canal here at D37. Again, these are all full hookup. And then continue along the channel there, or the canal. Show you around the front. And then these are the inner sites in D. There's D12 right there. Has nice trees. And D11. And that's Area D. So this is where you can access water to get your canoe or kayak in. There's also a bike and boat rental place right here along the water. This is across from Area D. We're going to go in and look at the rest of Area D. There are some non-electric sites right here along the channel. And there is a bathhouse close. So we're heading into sites D56 through D72. Again, these along the channel are non-electric, so primitive sites. But you do have water access, so you can fish right from your site. On the other side of the channel is actually electric sites. No shade. There is some housing over here on the channel. And then this starts D56. I believe this is a camp host here. Yep, volunteer camp. There is additional parking out here as well. That is D57. Here is D58 right along the water. All the pontoons over there from the housing development. So again, you have sites along the water and then sites on the inside. This is D60 along the water. Not much area as far as grass. This one is very, very nice, right on the point. D62 and D63. Nice little pavilion here. That's D64. And then again, D66, and I'll take you into the inner aspect of it. So these are not quite as big as sites, and they do not have as many trees. There's a bathhouse here. There's D68. And D69. Here's the extra parking. D70. D71. And D72. This is another loop of D back in there. I'm not going to take. This is D43 through D55. Looks like there's some additional parking here at the very end of the loop, or the beginning of the loop, I should say. And then D55. Both areas in here, to the right and to the left, are on a channel. Not as many trees. Looks like they've planted some smaller trees. So in years to come it'll be shaded, but not quite so much now. That's D53. These are nice sites here if you have several people together. D51, right there. And there's D50. It's got a nice pavilion there right along the water. Morning. Again, these do have full hookup. So area D is full hookup, and there's 3 loops of D. D45 and D44. Okay, we'll catch back up in the next area. So we're right at the edge of area D50, the 3 loops. If you look off into the distance, you can see the beach over there. There is a dog park over there. That's fairly new. And then they also have sites that you can park big rigs and have a boat ramp. We'll take you out there and show you that real quick. This is the area across from where the beach is. They do have horseshoes. And then this is across the street. This is where the volleyball is, the beach area, and 2 dog parks, one for small dogs and one for bigger dogs. They do have a basketball hoop. And then this area out here is where you can park your boat ramp or your boat trailer. bathhouse here. Let you get a nice view of the water. It is choppy today because it is windy. Here's the channel that brings you in if you are camping and want to bring in your boat. There's your boat launch right here. They do have docks available. They're doing some work back there. Just beyond that area where they're working, that is Area B. It's nicely shaded. It is electric only. We've stayed in that area. It's a very nice area, nice big sites. Then here are your sites that you have access to put your trailer and then your boat directly behind you. As you can tell, there are many people here, and it's October and they're utilizing this area. Looks like they have electric, but you do not have fire rings out here. Not all of them have picnic tables, but they do have extra picnic tables up front, so you could probably ask them to bring one out for you. This lady here, she is a volunteer out here. She's going around cleaning up areas after people are leaving.
We talked to her last time.
Yeah, last time we were here in May, we talked to her. She lives fairly close, but then stays out here in her camper and just volunteers. This is an overview of Area B. We are out on the main road of the campground, looking over into Area B. This weekend, this place was completely full. There was maybe a handful of sites that weren't utilized, but it is Sunday, about 11:30, and checkout time is around 1, so many of the campers have left. There are a few staying the night, so it won't be completely empty. This building coming up here, they do tap the maple trees, and that's where they have the maple shack. And then we're going to head over into Area B and C.
How you doing? Good.
Good. So this first place we'll go down is Area B, 1 through 31. Again, these are all nicely shaded. They have sites on both sides. Electric. Most of them do have either an extra cement pad or pea gravel right outside your camper. They are level sites, so you don't have to worry about coming out of your camper onto the hill, which is nice. This area does have a couple of bathhouses, one with showers and then one with just pit toilets. And this is for up to B11. Each area has a loop at the back. And there is sites around the loop. There are trash dumpsters at each loop, which makes it nice. This is B17. B18, and then we're headed back up the loop. There are the pit toilets there. And in the background you can see the shower house. That's the next B loop that will go down. We are at B21. This next area is B32 through B60. B33. A lot of them are shorter pads, so if you have a large rig, you can hang off the back because there's really not a whole lot of sites that have trees right behind. So you do have access to get a larger rig in. This is site B36, just to give you some reference. And they have a laundry room at this shower house over here. B39. And then we're headed back to the loop here in this section. Take you around the loop and take you back up. This is the back side of the campsites that you can have boat access to. B48, B49, and so on. Here's the bathhouse in Area B. Showers, restrooms, laundry facilities. To give you some reference, we are at B55, B56, and then we have a couple more loops of Area B. This is the next loop in Area B. It starts at like 64, I think. So again, Area B is all electric, pretty level, nice sites, shaded, close to a nice bathhouse and a few pit toilets. I would definitely stay in Area B. B65 for reference. A few more in this loop. B76 is where we're at. And then we have one more loop in B, and we'll show you a few sites in there. And then we'll head over to Area C. Now we're headed into Area B85 through B119. This is the last loop in B. We've actually stayed in this loop before and really enjoyed it because it's the last loop and so you don't get much traffic. These sites right here are not accessible right now. They will be again shortly once they get all this work done. And this is the one we stayed in before. B105. Nice area. It's a great site. We have a huge rig, so it fit there perfectly with all this area here. So if you have a hammock, it'd be a great place to hang out. So this area in B, there's nobody behind you. There are houses back there, but you don't really even know that they're there. So we're going to head to Area C next. This is coming out of the last loop of Area B. There is overflow parking here. There is another small playground here. And then these are Area B as well. B121. This one's on a slope, B122. So be mindful of that. This one is also on a slope, B123. And now we're coming into Area C. This starts C1. There was quite a large group in this area. This is area, say, C3 to C24. When we were out and about yesterday, this area had, I would say, probably 150 campers out. It's great to see. They were all sitting watching a blow-up movie projector. Most of them were tent campers. Looks like most of them are packing up and getting ready to head home. There's C7 for reference. And again, these all have loops at the end. That is site C10. The guy's up doing maintenance on his slide out, getting all the leaves off before they bring it in, which is a great idea, so it doesn't cause you an issue. There's a camp host. C15 is kind of a nice one. And that area you see in the background is an additional area in C, so there's not as many trees there. Head over that way. Again, there are bathrooms. And in the distance over there is another shower house in area C, so you have pit toilets and shower houses in each of the areas. This is area C28 to C59. This is the area I just showed you from the last loop. This area is more open. Not as many trees. They do have some trees, some smaller trees, but definitely more sunny. So it's great for this time of year because it is fall. But come August, might be a little warm. This is that area where there was a large group. So back in here, there's actually two loops. I like C38 also for us. And then we'll take you back to the next loop back here. Again, this loop back here doesn't have many trees, mostly sun. A lot of tent campers out. I'll just give you a quick overview of that area. This is site C44. Some of these tents look like homes. They're huge. Rented some U-Haul trucks to bring all their gear in. A bunch of families together. This is site C48 that we're coming up on. And I think there's one more loop in C, and then we have A to hit. Here's the shower house in area C. Again, it does have washer and dryer with potable water. This area back here is C60 through 82. few mature trees in this area. See Site 61. See 65. This area does have a small playground as well. Basically just swings and a slide. This tent looks like it fell down from the wind. Last night was pretty windy. We brought in our awning and our flags because it was so windy. Coming out of the loop, that's C73. There's the playground that I was talking about. And just beyond the playground is the last loop of C. There's no one back there. It does back up to State Route 235. We were back there yesterday, and you can hear some road noise. I would not suggest going back there. We're going to skip that area. We're going to head over to Area C, or excuse me, Area A. So we're now coming into Area A. This is the wetlands that I showed you earlier that they are in the process of building. We're going to head into sites A1, which are not accessible right now because of the wetland areas that they're building. Here comes that old Ford truck that I took a picture of earlier. This is sites A5 through A32. That truck's cool with its old retro camper. It's pretty sharp. I like it. No shade here. There is shade on the other side. I've never been back in this area. These are a little less level. Looks like they're on a slope from left to right. So it might be a little more challenging leveling your unit out here. It's not terrible. Oh, there's some of the trails back in there. That's where I was hiking yesterday. Again, these are electric sites. A17 for reference. This loop is completely in the sun. Hiking trail back there. These are a little more shaded on the outside, so that was A23, A24. And you can kind of see how this guy's got the back end of his trailer jacked up because of the way the site lies. Not exactly as level as some of the others. So we'll take you into the next section of A and show you that. I also will incorporate a map of the campground. So you'll have that. There is another playground back there. And yesterday when I was hiking, this is the area that I came out of right by that playground. A34. These are more shaded than that first loop in A. Right there's where we came out yesterday from hiking. It's kind of nice. The outer ones are more treed than the inner. I'll show you the inner ones. Taking you back out to the ones along the channel. We did see these from the other side. For reference, we are at A46. A50, and then behind is another loop in the A section. And I believe that's the last loop that we have to show you. This is very friendly campground. We didn't do much in the area because we stayed here with friends and family, so we just kind of hung out. We had a chili charcuterie board last night. I'll put in a picture or video of that. There's A76. And this is the last stop. But we enjoyed chili with all the fixings and cornbread. We had pumpkin cake, and we had macaroni and cheese. Everything was great, very good. This is A105 that you're looking at. Another camp host at A106. They have a nice site right on the water, a big grassy area. A108. And then this is the back side of the area where you can put in your canoes and kayaks, just to give you a reference of where everything is. And then that over beyond is the main road. I will tell you, to book these sites, you need to book about 6 months in advance. Thanks for watching our video of Indian Lake State Park. As we close out the video, I'm showing you a picture of our charcuterie chili board and some of the fun-filled times that we had. And also, I included the campground map.
And I hope he's...
Until next time, we'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.